Hey, welcome back to another My Two Good Hands. We're talking winterizing. We're going to go in and show you what we got in the shower on our 28 cut water. This will be pretty typical for most of your boats that are this type. We'll show you what's under the floor here. Amazon links to shop help support the channel, but let me show you what you have to winterize. So let's get you off the stand here and show you. So under this panel here, you have a pump. See that box? That box has a pump in it, and that box is full of a lot of water right now. And what you have to do is you have to get that water out of there and get the antifreeze in. So we're going to drop the carpet and everything back. That drain right there is where that water goes in. So we're going to get you set up. We're going to pull that cover out, and we're going to pour a gallon of antifreeze in there and get it to kick over the side. My Two Good Hands. Boat winterization. The way we do it, you can do it a different way if you want, but here's the way I do them. I've never cracked the block. I've never cracked the heater. I've never cracked the strainer. I've never cracked any glass. I've always been good. Never been a problem. So this is what I do. It works for me. Check out how I do it anyhow. Maybe you'll do it this way. Maybe you'll do it a different way. Catch you later. Save some money. Welcome back to another My Two Good Hands. Hey, we're on that cut water again, doing our winterizing. We're going to winterize our head or toilet, whether you're a landlubber or not. But hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to open it up. We got it turned on where we can run it. We've already cleared the pipe from the intake all the way to the toilet. Those are pretty easy to do. Run it. Usually leave the valve open when you pull it out of the water. Hey, on your way home or when you're coming up the ramp, half that water can drain out anyhow. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open it up and cycle it a little bit. And then we're going to throw a gallon of antifreeze in, cycle it back to tank. So basically what we've done here, just open this up. You can open both lids if you want. Maybe you can see in there a little better. You push this button. You can see we're done. It won't take any more water through. So we're going to open up a gallon of antifreeze here. I'm going to pour it into the toilet. And what we do is we just fill this toilet up. Hit the button a few times. You'll see the toilet be full here in a minute. So there we go. Put our gallon into the toilet. See, that sucker is full. Now we're going to do this. You can see that thing go down. Let me move you a little bit so you can see it all the way. Watch that go down. That's it. Now we're empty. Close the lid. Now let's go talk about the tank. So, crap. So the first thing I like to do to not make a mess is get this pulled out. It pulls out pretty easy, okay? Now you can take your jugs of antifreeze. We got one here that's partial. So we start with this one. You can kind of pour it in there. And you can see that no pump came on. So that means that wasn't enough to get it to kick on. You want to pour to start with just enough to get it kick on. Pump as much of the water over as you can. Hear it run? I don't keep pouring. What I do is I stop and I pause like that. Every time it comes on, I stop. This way I'm getting more and more water out, stronger concentration of antifreeze in there. Nope. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to pour this last bit in once it stops. Then we're going to go outside and make sure we're getting good pink flow. When you pour the last little bit in there, you don't get the pump to come on. I always get a second gallon. Oh, there it went. Okay, so we have to put more in now. Push some of this in there and put our drain cover back in so you don't lose that. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go outside and take a look and see if we've got our antifreeze coming out. So here we are outside, and you can see right here in the water, you can see that pink hue. So we know we're getting antifreeze through. So now we're going to go back inside, look inside the container, see if the fluid inside that container looks pink. We're going to pull up our carpet and our wood. We're going to look in here and see if that looks pink. And you can see, hopefully you can see, I don't know if you can see through there. You can see the pink hue in there. So we are good. And that is winterized. So don't forget, like and subscribe to My Two Good Hands. Hey, this is how I winterize my plumbing. So in the case of this, so don't forget, Amazon links below to shop. I'll put all the valves and everything. If your boat has PEX, you use PEX valves. If it's got the semi-white pipe with the cord in it, that's what you use. Just copy what's there. Just remember, you've got hot and cold in the water heater. You got to have valves to both of those to shut off. And then you got to have forward of that, between there and the pump, you got to have that bypass, and you turn that valve, and that way you're all set. And then the last thing I did, of course, was open that drain on the water heater, and I got that going on. But make sure you drain your water heater before you start this process. It's a lot better that way. And you can hear that thing still running, but it's basically stopped. So we're going to go ahead and shut that pump off, go around and open all the spigots, and let it sit like that, and it's winterized. I haven't ever cracked a pipe, so I guess I'm doing it right. Seems to work for me. You might do yours a little different. I've seen people put a lot more pink stuff in. I've seen them just blow it out with an air compressor too. But you do it your way. I got a way that works for me. So there you go. It's pretty easy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, post notifications on. Links below to Amazon. Anything you buy when you come through a link will help support the channel. I greatly appreciate that. Thanks so much.